G'day from the Bureau with your national weather forecast around the country for Thursday, the 8th of May. And we can see high pressure continues to dominate the weather across much of the country. And unfortunately, that's continuing to see dry, warm and sunny conditions for many parts of the country. Not good news for those in the south that are wanting rainfall. The only wet weather will be occurring across parts of the country on Thursday. There's some showers through parts of Tasmania, coastal New South Wales and coastal parts of Queensland, and maybe the odd shower or storm across the Cape York Peninsula as well. Otherwise, it will be another dry day across the country. Now let's look at all of that in more detail. Firstly, in Queensland, we can see warm and sunny conditions continuing for many of our inland areas. May see a couple of showers, as I mentioned earlier, across coastal parts through the North Tropical Coast and Cape York Peninsula, and maybe some offshore showers for some of the islands around the Central Coast. But generally you can see sunshine for many of our coastal locations, except for maybe the far southeast corner. Brisbane looking at another warm and sunny one, 27 degrees with partly cloudy skies. Moving down into New South Wales, that warm, dry theme will continue for much of the state, with temperatures in the low to mid 20s for coastal areas and high teens to low 20s through inland areas. Now later in the day, we'll see some showers develop around the central and northern coastal parts of New South Wales, but further south through the south coast and inland areas should stay dry on Thursday. Sydney looking at a couple of showers possible and 21 degrees. Canberra, partly cloudy skies and 19. Moving down into Victoria, after that cold front whipped through the south on Wednesday, we're going to see dry conditions return to parts of the state on Thursday, and much cooler than what we saw earlier this week, with temperatures pretty much in the mid to high teens statewide, from the north to the south, with partly cloudy conditions likely. Could be windy around our coastal areas though. Melbourne, a partly cloudy, 17 degrees, and that's 10 degrees cooler than what we saw on Tuesday. Moving down into Tasmania, we had a burst of winter weather on today and through Wednesday across much of Tasmania. But on Thursday, that's going to clear for much of the state. Could see showers about the west and southern coast. And early on, we could see snow down to around 600 metres around the southwest. Otherwise, the north and east will stay mostly dry with partly cloudy skies and cool conditions continuing with temperatures in the low to mid-teens. Hobart, a partly cloudy, 14 degrees. Moving up into South Australia, dry, warm and sunny weather will continue for much of the state. Not good news for those wanting rain, as this high pressure continues to dominate the weather. Temperatures in the high 20s in the north, low 20s to high teens in the south, and partly cloudy skies likely. Adelaide, a partly cloudy, 20 degrees. Moving down into Western Australia, it is warm and it is dry across much of the state. Temperatures in the low to mid 30s across northern parts of WA, but that heat also moving south as well, with temperatures in the high 20s to near 30 degrees through southern parts of WA. And that's pretty unusual for this late in the year. Perth, a warm, dry and sunny 30 degrees. And finally, across the tropical north, dry season really has commenced across the northern areas, with dry and hot conditions through the Kimberley, top end and parts of the Cape York. As I mentioned earlier though, just a couple of showers around the far northern areas of Cape York, and inland parts of the NT will remain dry, warm and partly cloudy, with temperatures in the mid to high 20s. Darwin looking at 34 degrees and partly cloudy skies. Now, if you want the latest forecast for your area, remember you can always get it via our website and the Bomb Weather app, and we'll see you again tomorrow.